Hello everyone. The Marco Island Centre for the Arts is pleased to welcome you to the Arts Centre Theatre. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you and to thank our sponsors for supporting our venture into the world of the performing arts. The intimacy of this venue has made it a very special place to see a variety of wonderful entertainment. We are proud to present a season of award-winning plays, along with monthly comedy nights and other live performances. So please pick up a rack card in the theatre lobby at intermission, or at the end of the show, or go to the Marco Island Centre for the Arts website. At this time, for your safety and the safety of the performers, we kindly ask that you not walk on the stage. However, if you would like to be on the stage, please consider auditioning for any of our productions. We also encourage you to visit the Marco Island Centre for the Arts just down the road on Winterbury Drive. And lastly, we encourage you to support our mission to promote the arts by donating to the Marco Island Centre for the Arts, or consider buying tickets for any of our upcoming shows as a gift for your family, your friends, your co-workers, or your employees. What a unique gift that will undoubtedly be appreciated. At this time, please silence your cell phones, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Famlet.
Who's there? What is that, Hamlet? Nay, answer me. Stand down and unfold my vacuum. What are you doing at the Hoover again? It's only 1:30 in the morning.
What does it look like? I'm cleaning. What are you doing down here?
Relax, I'm just going to the bathroom. Is that a problem?
No, as long as you don't pee on the seat. Put it down after you finish and wash your hands afterwards.
Oh, to pee or not to pee. That is the question. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
In that case, good night, sweet lady. Clean well. Where's the sports section? Hey, enjoy that Yankee pennant I got you for Mother's Day.
And put the seat down. Hello? Jules, did I wake you?
No, Mama, I had to get up to answer the phone.
Oh, good. I don't want you to lose any sleep, not while you're, reproducing.
I'm not a plant, Mama. Just pregnant, and just pregnant.
Jules, please, you don't need to remind me that you had relations with that man.
But I do have to remind you that that man happens to be my husband.
Well, you might have chosen him for better or worse, but I sure didn't. And then all I can see is worse.
Gee, Mama, thanks for the continuous support. I'm so glad you called.
Well, I just want to iron out some more details for your baby shower, even if it was that damn Tom who turned on the water, so to speak. And Julia, don't forget your sister's play. Nina has comped tickets for all of us, including your husband and your father, so be sure you put it on your calendar. Oh, Lord knows it's the only way Nina could ever get me to come to New York City, the most godforsaken dump in the world. There's something rotten in the state of New York. Makes Sodom look like Mayberry. You know, whoever coined I love New York was probably drinking with your father when they penned that drivel. And I'm sure your father contributed something clever like,
Yeah, me too. About that Big Apple, let a brewski grow.
Mama, do you like anyone?
well, sure. It's just not very much. You know, I think that Mother Teresa had her heart in the right place, but she didn't clean those filthy streets in Calcutta, did she? Don't they have vacuum cleaners in India?
All right, Mama, is there anything else? After all, it is almost 2 in the morning. What exactly did you want to tell me?
I can't remember. Besides, you should be in bed. I'll call you in the morning.
It is morning, Mama.
Oh, right, but you know what I mean. Tomorrow morning. Or today, this morning, oh, well, whenever you wake up.
I am awake. Remember, Mama, you called me.
Well, right. Talk to you in the morning. Sometime. Oh, whatever.
Good morning, Mama.
What?
Was that her again?
No, it wasn't her. She's not a pronoun. She's my mother.
Actually, she is a pronoun. Besides, as long as she calls me him, I think her's fair game. All's fair in love and in-laws.
Do you really want to open up that in-law can of worms?
So now you think I was spawned by insects? Well, I'd sure rather be a pronoun than an earthworm.
Oh my God, as usual, you missed the point as well as the metaphor. Can we just call it truce and get on with our lives? I don't want our child stressed out by us or our parents before he or she is ever born.
He. He's a boy. He, him, his. American football.
What? So now you're a doctor? Which is it? A gyno, obstetrician? Or maybe you're just psychic?
I'm no psycho. I just happen to have a fifth sense when it comes to matters of the womb.
Oh, fifth. Tom, please. The only thing you know about a woman's womb is what you learned when you had to recite the Hail Mary in Sunday school. And as I recall, my condition is not the result of an immaculate conception. I'm pretty sure the fruit of my womb ain't the Son of God. But she just might be your daughter.
Hey, if she's a girl, she's a girl. I mean, the girl will cry and the boy will have his day. And by the way, how did you know about Franco Harris?
So profound.
You bet, but I can still teach her stuff, like throwing, catching, swinging, hitting, and shooting, and hitting a golf club. You know, all the important stuff.
All the important stuff? What about reading and writing and music and art and dance and theater? What about being a good person and having a wonderful heart? What about practicing the golden rule and trying to make the world a better place than when she came into it? Isn't that just as important as hitting a walk-off first down or scoring a 3-point home run to win the big game?
Oh my God. See what I'm talking about? There's no such thing as a 3-point home run, and walk-offs happen in baseball. So until you and she understand the difference between winning a football game and a baseball game, no, none of that other stuff is not nearly as important. Hell, anyone can be a good person and change the world, but no girl has ever hit 60 home runs in a season or drained a 3-foot putt to win the Masters.
Oh my God. You know, I just pray that she's a girl who grows up to be a lesbian and discovers the cure for cancer and AIDS.
Hey, watch your language. And by the way, I'm okay with curing cancer.
People smile and tell me I'm the one, and we just begun. Think I'm gonna have a son. He'll be like a sheet in the ass, feels it down. Come and see me love. Sun is gonna shine above. Even though
Ophelia, Blanche, Lady Macbeth, Lady Gaga, who am I? Who will I be? If all the world is indeed a stage and I a mere player, who am I destined to play? Which character calls me to her heart? Great town, who calls? My missing muse, my dramatic inspiration, my seductive siren.
Nina? Nina, is that you? Are you there? Well, where are you? What are you doing? Are you talking to yourself again?
No, Mama. I'm talking to you. You called, picked up the phone. You spoke my name twice and asked me 5 questions, all within 10 seconds, and certainly before I could answer any of them. So no, because you called, I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to you. And yes, I'm here. What can I do for you?
Nothing. I just called to see if you were there.
Aw, how thoughtful. Good night, Mama. Nora. A doll's house. Or maybe I should just play Mama Nora. Comedy, tragedy, farce, theater of the absurd, all wrapped up into one beautiful, zany character. Oh, Mama, I can hear you now. Nina, Nina, get thee to a laundromat. Enter, stage left. David, what a wonderful surprise. You and only you are welcome to the late night drive-by drop-in. So happy to see you. Why here? Why not?
Just cruising on the super fly.
Huh?
Just trying to be cool, a hipster, a dude, you know?
For God's sakes, David, you're a preppy and gay. So why don't you just say, hey baby, here I am, without a prep.
Is it that obvious?
Relax, David. You're the coolest preppy dude I know. Gay, straight, crooked or otherwise.
Otherwise, what the hell does that mean?
Well, you're just wise and there's no other way to put it. Ergo, otherwise.
Phew, thanks, I think.
So, besides socially and sexually ambiguous wordplay, what brings you to my humble crib?
I'm just checking up on you, trying to jumpstart your happiness meter, finding out if your love life has pulse, and if so, who it is bringing it back from the dead. In other words, what up, buttercup?
Oh, David, if only I could meet a guy who loves me as much as you do. And better yet, a guy who makes me laugh as much as you do.
I can throw that wish list right back at you. Oh, hell, Nina, shouldn't we just toss genetics and sexuality out the window and spend the rest of our lives together?
David, why on God's green earth would you want to ruin a perfectly good relationship by getting married? Have you taken a peek at your parents lately? And don't get me started on my nutcase mother and father. Nora is a compulsive vacuum cleaning, floor mopping, bathroom scrubbing, oven scouring dynamo who never sleeps for fear of messing up her perfectly made bed. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And Ernie is a lazy, beer guzzling, golf playing, bar hopping jock who was last seen without a beer can or golf club in his hand before I was born, and who has never been seen in anyone's lifetime with a domestic tool of maintenance. To be sure, his idea of a handyman is a man with a beer in his hand. There's sure something wrong with that.
Ah, the lady protests too much, methinks. Besides, your sister's married and is ready to bring a new love bug into your crazy family. So, her relationship seems to be working out. Though her marriage is madness, yet there is method in it.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but Nora is still in vacuum cleaner overdrive about Jules and Tom and doesn't know what quite to make about becoming a grandmother. And if I know Tom, he is probably terrified that his firstborn child might actually be, heaven forbid, a baby girl.
Are you kidding? Baby girls are always the apples of their daddy's eyes and spend their entire lives continuing to wrap their dads around their pretty little fingers.
Yeah, well, Tom would much prefer to have his baby's fingers wrapped around a football, a baseball, a basketball, or a golf club. To put it mildly, he's obsessed with sports and fulfilling the eternal paternal fantasy of having his firstborn child be a professional athlete.
Well, I wouldn't mind a professional athlete either, but Tina, don't girls play professional sports these days and make zillions of dollars doing so?
Yeah, just don't tell Tom that. He might actually cultivate that silly parental urge for a happy, healthy baby boy or girl that turns into a happy, healthy man or woman. But don't count on it. His testosterone runs deep.
Ooh, that falls into the category of too much information. By the way, just how pregnant is Julia?
She found out about a week ago, so I'd say she's about a month into it, and Tom is already freaking out.
What a guy. Gee, I wonder what he'll do if his beloved son is gay!
Oh, horrible. Most horrible.
Oh, Nina, thank you so much for coming. I know that you're busy with your play, but I really appreciate you helping me with my baby shower. Even though, technically, I'm not supposed to do anything for my shower except show up, look fat, and pretend I'm not.
Shut up, Jules. You're not fat. Never have been, never will be. You're just pregnant. And in case you forgot those sex ed classes in high school, Here's a refresher. Pregnant women tend to put on a few pounds over 9 months. It's called having a baby. Then push, push, push. And before you know it, you're back to your beautiful figure and beautiful self. Just enjoy it and maybe even embrace it. You know, I would love to have an excuse to shove ice cream in my face for all morning.
See, you just said it in the kindest, sweetest way possible. Yeah, Jules, looking a little plump these days, but that ice cream sure looks good. And thanks for the vote of confidence.
Jules, grow up and out. You are drop dead gorgeous and the sexiest pregnant chick I've ever seen.
Okay. I know I'm being weird, but I am pregnant, barely. So I guess I can just blame it on all these strange new hormones taking over my body. I'm sorry.
Nonsense. I'm your sis. I was born to listen to your female millennial insecurities.
Speaking of insecurities, what's going on with your next play? Or your next, or first, boy toy? Anything percolating on any of those burners of yours?
Certainly nothing happening on the boy toy front. You know, David asked me that question a couple nights ago, too. And by the way, why does everyone care if I actually find a guy who I might want to spend more than 5 minutes or 5 beers with?
Because whether or not you want to admit it, you, like most of us silly chicks, want nothing more than a meaningful relationship with a guy. Although, when it comes to guys, meaningful might be a stretch. Most of them are complete morons, incapable of handling anything more than a brewski, a broad, or a baseball. Trust me, I'm married to one.
What's wrong with Tom? You're nuts about him. And, as I recall, you're carrying his baby.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine. I'm just generalizing. Sort of. Except when it comes to brewskis and baseballs, or more precisely, golf balls. As you know, he's already obsessing over the sex of his baby.
Yeah, I heard. Is he still trying to restrict your baby shower to athletic attire only, please?
Yes. And, you know, it's not a baby boy. I think Tom might all of a sudden develop a change of feelings on sex changes for infants.
Are you serious?
No, not really. But, you know, he really wants a baby boy, and he really won't know what to do with a baby girl.
Maybe you did marry a moron after all.
Yeah, maybe I did, but he's my moron. And as Tammy says, stand by your moron. Cheers. Cheers. I think. And your play?
Oh, what play? The director hasn't even cast it yet, so I don't even know what role I'm preparing for, if any. And there's no guarantee I'll get a good part. I still have to audition.
Yeah, right. You said the same thing the last 8 times you auditioned before absolutely killing your last 8 roles. You know, it's not for nothing they call you street behind your back.
I know, but what if I'm over the hill?
Nina, you are 30 years old. On the downside, looking back, up at the mountaintop in which you ungracefully toppled over so many years ago. You are the best actor in the entire company, and everyone knows it, except for you.
I guess you're right. I'm as bad about my acting as you're about your weight. I guess that's what makes us chicks.
Yeah, true. Cheers.
Cheers, I think.
Who's there?
Haven't you already seen that play?
What play? Nina's play? Did she get the role?
What role?
The role she wanted.
What role did you want?
I don't know what role she wanted, that's why I'm asking you.
Or I don't even know what you're talking about. How should I know what role she has in a play I know nothing about?
Oh, come on, Ernie. You know that Nina's an actress. You know she's auditioning all the time. Don't you know? The play's the thing.
Yeah, sure. I think Belichick said that. See, I didn't know Nina was that interested in football.
Football? Ernie, what is wrong with you? I'm talking about theater, acting, the stage, drama. Don't you know anything that isn't reported on ESPN?
Well, I sure know you know a lot about drama. You act out your own Greek tragedy every day.
And exactly what is that supposed to mean?
For you, if the floor isn't spotless, it's a tragedy. If the beds aren't made, a little like every cornice, it's a tragedy. If every bowl, dish, glass, knife, fork, and spoon isn't spotless and in their assigned cabinet, it's a tragedy. If every toilet seat isn't down, and every roll of toilet paper doesn't have that fancy little fold at the end, it's a tragedy. And that doesn't even start with your obsession for cleaning and laundry.
Ernie, I really don't know if you're an arrogant donut hole or just very, very simple. Probably both. And for your information, they're called hospital corners.
Hospital corner.
You're not talking about drama. You're talking about keeping a house clean and habitable and keeping clean clothes on your bulbous butt. Not to mention the meals I prepare for you to stuff into your trash compacting mouth every night. Thank you. Do you have any idea what it takes to run a household? Or how you would survive absent my domestic drama?
I think I can manage.
Really? Well, just keep up the chauvinistic, patronizing, ignorant attitude, and you just might find out. Listen to Aretha.
Aretha? Who's that?
R-E-S-P-C-T. Find out what it means to me.
Spell that again. And who's Aretha?
Oh my God. I married an illiterate, tone-deaf troglodyte.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. Listen carefully. Shape up, pack up, or lawyer up. The choice is yours.
I don't get it.
Really? What a surprise.
What is chocolate dye? What's a chocolate dye?
Hey, Nina, what are you doing here?
Are you serious, Tom? Jules's baby shower. I'm her sister. Gonna be the child's godmother. I'm staying with you too, remember?
I guess not, or I guess I forgot. One or the other. But now that you're here, gee, welcome. Want a brewski?
Tom, it doesn't take much for you to find a reason to have a beer. No thanks, I'm good for now. For some strange reason, I'd rather talk to my pregnant sister about her baby shower than pound a few pints with you. So, where's Jules?
She went to the grocery store to buy some victuals for dinner. And some more beer.
Jesus, Tom, Jules is pregnant. She's not feeling well. She's not looking that great either. Will you send her out to run a dinner and beer? Did you ever, for just one shining moment, think about helping her out rather than sending her out? And why the hell aren't you handling the grocery shopping anyway?
Me? Go to the grocery store? Oh my God! Why should I go buy the food and compete against a bunch of women pushing carts who know exactly what they're looking for and where they're going? It's not fair.
Tom, please tell me you're not serious. Please tell me you're not that inconsiderate. Please tell me you're not that chauvinistic. And please, please, please tell me you're not going to be the father to my godchild.
Okay, I'll try. I am. I'm not. I don't know what that means, and I'm going to be his father.
Excuse me, his? Do you know something I don't?
Yeah, I know I want a guy, a boy, a son. What that wouldn't?
Of course, Tom. What man would ever want a healthy baby girl when he can have that chosen son he can mold into his own misogynistic, sexist image?
Huh?
Again, for just one shining moment, did you ever pause to think what your wife, who's only carrying your baby for 9 months, might prefer? And guess what, Tom? After the baby's born, Jules will continue to carry the nurturing load of her child for as long as you're the father. So why do you insist on browbeating her to deliver a boy, and only a boy, and putting needless pressure on her that no pregnant woman needs? Pregnancy is stressful enough without a devious geneticist watching over your tummy.
I may be a genius, but I'm not a devious genius. I want a healthy baby, just wanted to be a healthy boy. Is there anything wrong with that?
No. Unless, of course, you want another caveman to blossom into your own shameless patriarchal lineage.
Look, gotta be true to myself.
Sure. To thine own self be true, O frailty. Thy name is woman, or more specifically, thy name is baby girl.
Huh?
Again. Oh, what a piece of work is man. Like you.
So, congrats, little lady.
Thanks on the part of the boy.
You got a boy too?
No, just kidding. In my life, good things don't come in pairs. So I'll just take the part and be glad something good is going in my life.
Wow, you have such a positive attitude. Your glass is much closer to full than empty. So, drink up, girl. Tell me about the part.
Well, it's Shakespeare, and I've never done Shakespeare publicly, that is.
So, who are you? Juliet, Ophelia, Lady Macbeth, Hedda Gabler?
Ibsen.
You play Ibsen. What play is she in?
Oh, David. Hedda Gabler is a character in a play by Henrik Ibsen, not Shakespeare.
Oh, well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. So, who is it?
Beatrice. Much ado about nothing.
What do you mean? I'm sure the role is better than that.
No, David, the play is called Much Ado About Nothing. It's a romantic comedy.
So, who's Beatrice?
She's a sharp-tongued woman who insults men and appears to not want anything to do with them.
Typecasting!
Sorry, David, what did you say?
Oh, what's an ass am I? I said great part, ripe and lasting. It sounds like a good role that is right for your talents and should bring you lasting fame and prestige. Right, lasting.
Okay.
So it's a good part.
A great part.
So are there any great actors in this play?
Well, I work with the guy who plays Benedict, and he's pretty solid.
Huh, Benedict.
Yeah, Benedict. He's a stubborn, chauvinistic, self-proclaimed bachelor for life who insults Beatrice and appears to not want anything to do with her.
Sounds like a real Benedict. So let's see, you insult men, he insults women, and neither of you like each other at all? Doesn't sound too promising for you, Nina.
It's okay, we fall in love in the end anyway.
I get it, all's well that ends well.
No, David, that's a different play. I told you, much ado about nothing.
Okay, don't make such a big deal about nothing.
Another boy, David. No cylinders are firing. I'm Beatrice. He's Benedict. No big deal.
Right, much ado about nothing. Good luck. Break it out.
Yo!
Excuse me.
Yo!
Yo, does that mean come in or go away?
Huh?
Let me try something different. Knock, knock. May I please come in?
Who's there?
Well, if you let me come in, then you'll find out. If not, I'll just say it's David. Goodbye.
No, David. Whoever you are. Come in, I was just doing something else.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. I didn't know you were busy watching TV and drinking a beer.
Yeah, big game. Wife's out. Just chilling. I'm Tom. Hey, Dave. Want a brewski?
No thanks. I was actually stopping by to talk with Julia, but I guess she's not here.
Yeah, she's out. Anything I can help you with? By the way, who are you? How do you know Jules?
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. My name's David Bowen. I'm a friend of Julia's sister, Nina. I've met Julia a couple of times at Nina's apartment. Your wife's a terrific person and wonderful sister. You must be very proud of her.
Sure. But when a woman's not here, what do you want to talk to her about?
Nina?
Nina? She's not here either.
I know that, Tom. I'm Nina's friend. I just spent time with her, and I wanted to chat with Julia about her.
Is anything wrong with Nina? Is she okay?
Sure, she's fine. I just worry about her sometimes, and I thought Julia might give me some advice.
So, what are you worried about?
Well, maybe I'm just overreacting, but you know what, Tom? Maybe I'll take that beer after all.
Sure thing. Relax. Watch the game. I'll grab you a brew.
Thanks. So, who's playing?
You serious? You don't know? It's the Final Four, March Madness.
Oh, I see. So, what are they so mad about?
That's a good one, Dave. Quick, too.
Well, as they say, Tom, quick is the soul of wit.
Who says?
Never mind, Tom. Forget it.
Sure, Dave. Anyway, what up with Nina?
I guess I'm just concerned that she seems stressed out all the time.
Yeah, me too. I'm usually better after a few beers and a few ball games. So what's bugging Nina?
To be honest, I think she's down on herself because she doesn't have a boyfriend, and she's not sure why she doesn't.
Hey, Dave, baby, forgive me for being frank, but isn't that your job? I mean, you're a good-looking dude, she's a good-looking gal, you're a friend of Nina's, so why aren't you that guy?
Well, Tom, it's not quite that simple.
Seems pretty simple to me. Boy meets girl, boy dates girl, boy and girl become an item. Isn't that the way it usually works?
Sure, I guess so, but not always.
I get it. You already have a girlfriend.
Not exactly.
Then I guess I don't get it. You like her, she likes you, so what's the problem?
It's no big deal. Hey, Tom, thanks for the beer. I gotta run. Just ask Julia to give me a call when she gets a chance.
Sure thing, Dave. Nice meeting you. Hey, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Sure, Tom. Whatever you say. See you later.
See you, dude.
Yes!
Daddy, what a pleasant surprise! Unless, of course, Mama sent you to check the state of my condominium.
Well, she did mention when I told her I was coming, but that's not why I'm here.
Praise the Lord and pass the horseradish. What do I owe this pleasant surprise?
Where's the horseradish?
Sorry, Dad. It's just one of the little things I make up from time to time. It means absolutely nothing.
Good, because between you and me, I really don't care for horseradish.
And now that we've got that out of the way, why are you here?
But does a father really have to tell his daughter why I came to visit her? Especially since she lives in the coolest town in the world. The city that never sleeps. The city that has more sports teams and sports bars as people.
And a city that Mama hates just as much as she hates messy condominiums.
Right. She thinks the Big Apple's rotten to the core and filthy to boot. But she really doesn't know why I'm here.
That makes two of us. What up?
So, Tom said he saw your friend Dave the other night.
Where?
At Tom and Jules' house, but Jules wasn't there, so he just talked to Tom.
That must have been quite the fascinating colloquy. Sorry, Dad. Quite the convo. Quite the chat. So, what did you want to talk to Jules about?
That's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about.
Sounds mysterious. Shoot.
Well, Tom told me that Dave told him that you were kind of stressed out about things. Particularly because you're down on yourself because you don't have a boyfriend.
Wait. So let me get this straight. David told Tom, who told you, who's now telling me. 3 guys advising a girl how to straighten out her life, more specifically, her love life. This is absolutely precious. Methinks the 3 of you, Curly, Larry, and Mo, have been too much in the sun.
No, she told me indoors. At a bar, actually. Tom and I were watching a game, bonding, with Guy and Family Park.
And beer,
Well, yeah, we were in a bar.
of course. So, what exactly did Tom, refer to you about my woe-begone love life? Did you refer to me as Nina or Karenina? Actually, just forget the Karenina reference. I don't think you were Tom of Red Tolstoy.
You sure do talk a lot about stuff, don't you?
Yes, because I am so stressed out and down on myself because I don't have a boyfriend.
So Dave was right?
No, David was not right. Tom was not right, and you're not right either. What is right is that all 3 of you should mind your own business instead of trying to run mine. Believe it or not, I am more than capable of managing my own affairs with include boys, girls, mothers, fathers, or theatrical rules.
Whoa! I'm just trying to be a good dad, and I'm sure Dave's trying to be a good friend. And speaking of Dave, Tom tells me he's quite a good-looking fella, so if he's such a good friend of yours, why isn't he more than just a good friend? I don't get it.
What a big surprise. You actually think I can't have a good guy friend unless I'm romantically involved with him?
Well, that's the way it was when I was young. I didn't have any friends that were girls. I had girlfriends, but not girlfriends, if you know what I mean.
Alright, there's the rub.
What rub?
Just forget it, Dad. That's Shakespeare. I should know better. But if it makes you feel any better, David is just, how can I say, not my type.
Why not?
Do I have to spell it out for you?
Tom says Dave's a nice guy. He even had a beer with Tom.
that certainly must have straightened out Tom's rigorous standard for companionship.
So?
So, it's still none of you guys' business. Tell Tom I'm fine and I'll talk to David later about it.
So what you're saying, I think, is there's still a chance for you and me.
Oh, Daddy, if only you knew. Second thought, thank God you don't. I'm going to bed. You can sleep in the second guest bedroom.
Good night, sweet princess. Good night.
Pretty good, Dad, pretty good.
Mama, do you love Dad?
Well, Jules, what a silly question. Of course I do. Sort of. I think.
Well, that doesn't sound like unconditional love, to have and to hold until death do you part.
Well, you take what you can get. And then you just put your head down, try to make it to the finish line.
Ah, this is the very ecstasy of love. Mama, you are so romantic.
Well, just wait. You'll see.
And so inspiring. What a marital role model. So let me get this straight. If and when Tom puts down his beer, turns off the TV, and says, in an alcohol-induced stupor, "Hey, Jules, I love you," I should just tell him to keep his head down, gut it out, and maybe we'll make it to the finish line together?
Well, as I say, you take what you can get. And by the way, when was the last time that Tom turned the TV off, put his beer down and said, "Hey Jules, I love you"?
You know, Mama, I really couldn't tell you. Guess I'll just have to wait for him to put his beer down and turn off the TV.
Don't hold your breath, baby.
Be quiet, Nurse Ratchet. You know, Tom loves me and I love Tom. You don't have to say it to make it so. By the way, Mommy dearest, when was the last time Daddy said those 3 magical words to you?
What's for dinner?
Very funny. You know what I mean. Does Daddy ever tell you that he loves you? Do you really know that he loves you?
Jules, what a silly question. Of course he does. Sort of. I think.
See, now that's the damn problem. No one in this family ever communicates how they feel. You emote by cleaning, and he emotes by drinking beer.
Jules, is something bugging you? Are you having problems now that you're, you know?
Pregnant, Mom? Do you mean pregnant with Tom's baby? See what I mean about communication? You can't even say the word.
I know what you are and who did it to you.
Oh, Mom, forget Ronald Reagan. You are the great communicator. You know, I think it's about time for me to go home and
get Tom another beer.
You know, sometimes I just hate you, Mommy. Oh!
Now that's communicating.
Yo, Tom!
Hey, Ernie, how they hanging? Mind if I watch the game with you? Jules gets a little upset when I watch the game all afternoon, all weekend.
Yeah, go figure. Sure. Grab yourself a brew and sit down. And grab one for me while you're up.
Sure thing, E. Any preference?
Just cold and not light.
Got it.
Thanks. So, aside from hating watching sports on TV, how's my little girl doing these days? And how's the baby business treating you?
Well, Ernie, it's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about.
Shoot. Let me tell you, not too much this dad doesn't understand about the treacherous minefield known as parenting. I've been there. As much as I know, it's still going on, and will be until I'm still in regulation, or until the final whistle blows, if you know what I mean.
Come on, Ernie. You're not even in the back 9 yet, let alone approaching extra innings.
Well, thanks for saying so, Tom, but it's all up to the big referee in the sky. When he says it's time for me to foul out, I'm out of the big game.
Damn, Ernie, you sure have a way with words. You are one deep, deep dude.
I'd like to think so. So how can I help?
Well, what exactly do you know about women? Or girls? Or babies? Or baby girls? Or women might want baby girls and guys might not.
Well, it's a fascinating question, Tom. Or to be more precise, a fascinating half-dozen questions.
So, what do you know?
In a word, not much.
That's two.
Do what?
Never mind. Just tell me what you do know.
Well, to begin with, there isn't a man alive that really understands women, including me. I think it was Yogi Berra that said a woman's like a riddle, wrapped up in a mystery inside of an enigma, whatever that is.
Jeez, are you sure Yogi said that? I could have sworn it was a more dead Yankee like Casey Stengel.
No, it was Yogi. And he has 10 World Series rings, so he must have known what he's talking about.
So, what do you think he meant?
You just can't figure them out. They say things they don't mean. They mean things they don't say. They say things you don't hear. And when you do hear them, they think it means something else.
How so?
For instance, has Julia ever asked you if you think she looks fat?
Yeah, a lot.
And what did you say?
Say, you're not fat, you look great.
And what did she say?
Well, she usually says, you're just saying that. You know you think I'm fat. How did you know that?
Hey, Tommy boy, I ain't just fall off the potato crack, you know. I've been around women for sure. Nora, Jewel, Dina. You don't think I know a thing or three about the way their extremely unusual minds work?
But when you tell them they look great.
They don't care what you say, whether it's good or bad. In their eyes, there is no good or bad. It's thinking that makes it so.
Damn, Ernie, you are one deep, deep dude. Was that Yogi again?
I think it was Belichick.
Yeah, figured. So what?
So how are you going to handle the baby boy, baby girl thing?
Well, what do you think?
Just go with the default line. Honey, I don't care whether we have a baby boy or a baby girl, as long as the baby's healthy and you're happy.
That's great, but what if she doesn't believe it? What if she thinks I'm just saying that and I really want a boy?
Well, she will for sure. But as I said, there's nothing that you can do about the way they think. So just step up to the plate, take a swing, and tell them what you think they want to hear. Who knows? You may catch them on a day they don't have the best stuff.
Damn, Ernie. Deeper than dirt, dude. Deeper than dirt.
Just remember, healthy and happy. Healthy and happy. Healthy and happy. And in that order.
Healthy and happy. Happy and healthy. Got it, Ernie. I'll give it a shot. Really? Football in there too?
What are you talking about?
Well, you said you felt a kick, so he had to kick something.
You know, she did try to kick something. You in the head. Because she wanted to knock some sense into that empty male cranium of yours.
Oh, right. I mean, you felt whatever kicking your tummy.
Whatever? What the hell is a whatever?
You know, boy, girl, boy, whatever.
You're not really serious, are you?
About what?
About whatever?
What do you mean? I kinda lack advancement.
Jesus, Tom, would you knock off the whats and whatevers? Can't you just handle a normal conversation with your wife who happens to be pregnant with our child?
Okay. You win. Ernie's right. As long as you're healthy and happy and the baby's happy and healthy, then it looks like everything will be okay. See? Looks like I'll be a pretty good dad after all.
Yeah, right. Can't wait. You know, and I especially can't wait
until you have to wake up in the middle of the night to change her diaper and to wipe her butt and to refresh the glass of water on my nightstand as I rest.
What?
Whatever. Thank you so much for coming. I know you're busy with your play. I just don't know who to talk to about all this.
Well, about what?
About, this. About Mom, about Dad, about Tom, just about everything.
What exactly do you mean?
What do I mean? What am I saying? What am I even thinking? Silly me. I thought that, getting pregnant was supposed to make everyone happy, bring everyone together, and be like a beginning, brand new, wonderful chapter in your life. But instead, it's sort of like everyone's writing their own little chapters about my baby, and the stories aren't always matching up.
Well,
And it seems like all Tom wants is another penis to hang out with and drink beer. And Dad, he's about as clueless to my wants and needs as he is to Mom's, if that's even possible. And Mom, don't get me started. Forget the usual happy and healthy pablum. All she seems to care about is if the baby is clean and neat and doesn't mess up his or her diapers or her house. Boy, girl, doesn't matter as long as the baby is absolutely perfect. That's all. Is that too much to ask?
okay. You just need to calm down and take a deep breath, okay? You want this baby more than anything else. You are going to be the best mother in the history of mothers. And Tom's going to be Tom. And there's no problem with that. And as for Mom and Dad, we both survived them so far. So who's to say your beautiful baby won't do the same? Particularly because he or she will be once removed.
Yeah, you're right. I'll just focus on being the mother to my child and the barrier, protecting her from the rest of the family. Except for you, Nina. Except for you.
So the last thing you want to do is stress out about what's going to be the most amazing time in your life. Just enjoy and embrace it and forget about all that loud white noise and focus on yourself and focus on Chloe or Jackson or whatever you decide to name that little coffee bean percolating in your tummy.
I just hope it's instant coffee. I'm already getting tired of this slow drip blend.
Not gonna lie, that was a great drive. I just gotta focus, dial in, stick the approach. Ernie? Why would Ernie call when he knows I'm on the course? Everybody knows I play on Saturday morning. Why the hell would Ernie call when he knows I'm having fun? That's Jules' job. Yo, Ernie. What? When? Oh, Jesus. I'll be right there. What hospital?
Boy, you're gonna know it all. Thinking you're 10 feet tall. You run like you're bulletproof. Total call to boy.
A boy or not a boy? That is the question. Whether 'tis more manly in appearance to suffer the petticoats and frocks of outrageous female misfortune, or to stand tall against a deluge of femininity, and by really hoping and praying to end it, to play cowboys and Indians, to watch football for all Sundays, to never see the Barbie movie, to never peruse the American Girl catalog, and to sleep beneath the G.I. Joe canopied bed, and but dream of those 1,000 glorious sporting events only boys are heirs to, is a destiny devoutly wished by fathers and sons. But to dance, a chance to pick flowers, aye, there's the rub. So what exactly happened and when did it happen?
Earlier this morning, I was cleaning the kitchen and the phone rang. It was Jules. She said that she was feeling nauseous and that she was, bleeding a little bit. She said she knew that something was wrong. I asked her where you were. She told me you were playing golf. So I told her Ernie and I would be right over to take her to the hospital. I told Ernie to call you, and here we are.
That it should come to this. So what exactly is wrong? Can I see Jules? Is she okay? Is the baby okay?
Look, Tom, I don't know much more than you at this time. I think Jules is okay, and I hope the baby's okay. But we'll know more as soon as we talk to the doctor who's examining Jules, and that's why we're waiting here now.
Can I see her?
Oh, as soon as the doctor finishes his examination, I'm sure he'll let us talk to Jules.
Does Nina know?
Oh, Jules didn't want me to tell Nina, but I called her and told her. I had to. She's on her way up here.
We think everything's gonna be okay, we hope.
But you don't know that, do you?
Oh, now, let's all just stay hopeful and wait to hear from the doctor.
Sure. Observed mind, father-in-law. Hopeful.
mind, if any, is here overthrown. And I, Julia, of pregnant daughters, most dejected and rejected, who received the seed of his paternal vows, now sees his misogynistic and most patriarchal reason for fatherhood. Like sweet dreams, harsh and jangled out of tune, that unwanted form and feature of angelic little girls and their dolls is blasted away by baseball bats and golf sticks. Oh, woe is me, to have seen what I have seen, and to have heard what I have heard.
So, Jules, how do you feel?
Not too great, but at least I'm alive, and according to the doctor, so is the baby.
That's great. Was it ever that serious? I mean, like life or death?
I don't know, and to be honest, I'm not sure if I want to know. I'm just so relieved that the baby is still, well, kicking.
Is that what the doctor said? And you could still feel the baby kicking?
No, Tom, I haven't felt the baby kicking. It's more of a turn of phrase. I think it's still a little too early to feel the baby kicking my tummy, but the doctors did say that the baby is just fine at this point, and that's all that I care about.
Yeah, me too.
What?
Yeah, me too. That's all I care about.
Well, that's not very comforting. Ever give a second thought to how I, your wife, the mother of your first child, might be feeling throughout all of this?
Oh, yeah, sure, Jules. I was just, thinking about the baby. And, you too.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
You're welcome. Me too.
Jesus, Tom, you really should join the movement.
Yeah, I should. What movement?
Forget it, Tom. You're just another abused husband of a pregnant wife.
Don't worry, Jules. I'm ready.
Yeah, okay. The readiness is all.
Yeah, I'm ready. I can take it.
Me too.
So, Jim, how are you feeling?
Hey Doc, first of all, it's Julia, not Jill, and I don't know about how we're feeling. Last I checked, you are not the one with child, but since you asked, the baby and I are doing just peachy. Thanks.
That's just grand, Julia. And I assume this is your husband?
I hope so. He is the father of my first child, I think.
Hey, Jules, what are you talking about? That's not funny.
Well, Mr. Julia, I thought it was pretty amusing and a good way to keep everyone loose during what could have been a very stressful situation.
By the way, Doc, it's Mr. Tom, not Mr. Julia. And what was so stressful about it anyway?
Well, Mr. Tom, your wife started bleeding a little bit when she shouldn't have, so she came to the hospital to make sure everything was okay. I examined her, and everything is in fact okay.
Phew, that's great news. And did you happen to see what sex the little guy is?
Excuse me, the little guy? You know something I don't know, Mr. Tom?
I don't think so. It's just the way I talk about things. You know, guy talk.
Sure, Mr. Tom. Guy talk. I do the same thing, except I call it doc talk. You know, how's our little Dr. Room 206 doing? Cool, huh?
Pretty cool, especially if that little doc's a little guy, right?
Right on, bro.
Oh my gosh, am I still here? Am I really hearing this? Do I really want Doogie Howser as my doctor? And Al Bundy as the father of my first child?
What? Huh? We don't get it.
What a surprise.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. But you'll have bad times, he'll have good times, doing things you don't.
Are you sure you're okay, Nina? Would you like me to come up with you?
Fine, David. No, I'm not fine. I'm terrified, but I need to be up there with Jules.
I'll drive you.
Thanks, David, but I'm not sure you're ready for my family, especially in a time of crisis.
Well, I met Tom, and he seemed okay. Not terribly perceptive, but okay.
Tom? Not terribly perceptive. That's like saying Stevie Wonder isn't terribly proficient throwing darts. And Tom isn't really family. He just sort of bumped into us by accident rather than by choice.
What do you mean by accident? Were you guys in a car accident or something?
More like a domestic head-on collision. Except when Tom met us, his head certainly wasn't on straight. And I'm not sure Jules' smart belt was on either.
Nina, do you ever think you're just a little bit hard on your family? I mean, you certainly seem to have come out all right. And your parents and older sister might have just had something to do with that.
If you think turning out all right is the definition of familial success, then I guess I can't argue with you. But just remember, you met Tom for all of 10 minutes. You've never met Ernie, and you've only heard about Nora from me. Trust me, spend a lifetime with them and you'll understand.
And Jules, what about her?
Well, she did choose to spend the rest of her life with Tom and carry his baby, so I wouldn't exactly refer to her as the Rock of Gibraltar of rational behavior and decision making.
Whatever. Just be nice to all of them when you see them. And remember, whether you know it or not, you need them as much as they need you.
Precisely, and that's the pathetic part. We're unabashedly, unequivocally the quintessential dysfunctional family.
Wow. Phew. Have fun, I guess. And I'll be there at Heartbeat if you need me.
Thanks, just stay tuned.
That is such a relief. Jules is okay, the baby's okay, and Tom is, well, Tom is still the father and there's really nothing we can do about that.
Geez, Merle, why are you so hard on Tom for? He's just a guy like me.
Well, that's exactly the problem, Ernie.
What's that supposed to mean?
You and Tom just don't seem to get it.
Guess what?
Get the fact that I am the mother of your two beautiful daughters, and Jules is going to be the mother of Tom's first baby and your first grandchild. Get the fact that for 9 months, 18 in my case, we carried this precious cargo in our tummies, while you and Tom carried nothing but 12-ounce bottles and 14 golf clubs. Get the fact that during many of these months, we get sick, we throw up, and we constantly look and feel like bloated whales. Hell, the only time you and Tom get sick is when you're hungover after beer and golf. And by the way, who takes care of you when you are? That's right, your pregnant wives. And that's just while we're pregnant. When we're not, you're just as clueless as when we are. Ernie, when was the last time you vacuumed around the house? When was the last time you scrubbed a toilet bowl? When was the last time you laundered my dirty underwear or ironed one of my blouses? When was the last time you got up and answered the phone at 2 in the morning to talk to one of your sobbing daughters? And lest I forget, what was the last mouth-watering pièce de cuisine you cooked for me?
Hey, now wait a minute. I do all the grilling when you invite folks over a cookhouse.
Of course, how could I forget? You grill hot dogs, hamburgers, and buns when you invite your idiot golf buddies over to have a few, and then spend the whole time out on the deck with your idiot golf buddies grilling your ass off, so you don't actually have to be sociable and talk to the poor wives of your idiot golf buddies.
Nora, that's just what guys do.
No, Ernie, that's not just what all guys do. Believe it or not, according to some women I know, some men help clean the house. Some men do the dishes. Some men make the bed in the morning. Some men go to the movies with their wives. Some men like to cook for their wives and families. And guess what, Ernie? Some men actually enjoy spending time with their wives and kids, and once in a while tell them how much they love them. Ernie, don't bother. You might just say something stupider than usual. In this case, speechless is your best bet, and good enough for me.
Yeah, as they say, it's better to be stupid and thought of as fool than open one's mouth and be stupider. Something like that.
More or less, Ernie. More or less.
That's supposed to mean.
Alas, poor Ernie.
Say what?
Nothing, Ernie. Nothing. Adieu, Ernie. Remember me.
Where are you going?
No, I don't know. To die. To sleep, perchance to dream. Most likely, though, to clean.
Nina! Oh, what are we going to do?
About what?
About Mom, about Dad, about Tom, about everything.
Gee, how come I'm not at your house with homegrown wars? Or David, for that matter.
Nina, you are clearly the most sane and most sensible and most stable inmate in this asylum we call a family. And David is just the nicest, sweetest, most normal guy I've ever met.
Well, you're right about David. He is the nicest dude on earth, but to be honest, Jules, he ain't ever exactly been accused of being normal, especially by guys like Dad and Tom.
See, now right there, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Dad and Tom are prehistoric relics of another era, another century, when women were expected to be barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen, and men were expected to be, well, manly men, if you know what I mean. Let's face it, Nina, our father and my husband are two of the most misogynistic, homophobic, jock-sniffing, butt-slapping, beer-drinking, selfish and clueless Barney rebels on the face of the earth. And I'm just a little bit nervous to bring this sweet and innocent baby into this all-in-the-family.
Yeah, true, but you have enough to worry about just being preggers and focusing on a little love bug. Just focus on that. It does you absolutely no good focusing on the fools he or she will have to deal with once he or she moves on from room 1 to home 2. And by the way, it is so awkward prefacing anything with he or she. So, do we know whether the little love bug is a he or she?
Maybe.
And?
Maybe not.
And?
And that's for me to know. Maybe. And for you to find out.
Jules, I absolutely hate you.
Join the club, baby. Join the club.
You know, I just get the feeling you're not telling me something, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
You got that right, Nina. I ain't telling nobody nothing.
Even Tom?
Especially Tom.
The sex is the thing that will catch the attention of, ding-a-ling, the plot thickens.
Alas, and so does my tummy.
All right, Jules. When it comes to your concerns, you leave me no choice. I hate to tell you. I know it's the nuclear option and probably even more toxic than that. But I think it might be time for the dreaded.
No, Nina, don't say it. Don't even think it.
Sorry. The family meeting!
Oh, anything but that. Oh, horrible, most horrible.
About the immeasurable dysfunction in this family and what we can do about it. Isn't that right, Nina?
Close enough, but I'm not sure Dad and Tom are completely to blame, but then again, close enough.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down here, ladies. Why are Ernie and I the only bad dudes in this Western?
Well, Tommy boy, because you two are the only dudes in this Western. And frankly, we just might need a new sheriff in town. Specifically, a sheriff with a uterus.
What do you mean by that, Nora? Ernie and I both have uteruses, or more precisely, uteri, just like you guys do. Don't you remember Eve was born from Adam's uterus?
Oh my God. Am I really carrying this man's baby in my prostate?
That's a good one, Jules. You know as well as I do, babies don't come from your prostate, they come from your womb. Didn't you ever go to Sunday school?
Fools. Enough! So, Nina, would you like to start?
Sure. Not that I really know where to begin, but I'll try. As you know, I don't live with any of you anymore, but I did for most of my life. And I still talk to you all, especially to Mom and Jules. And they talk to me. And this is what I hear. Simply, it just seems to me that Dad and Tom take Mom and Jules for granted and don't contribute enough to their marriages and households as they should. In my opinion, Dad is more willing to let Mom do all the work around the house, but doesn't really thank her for what she does. And from what I can see, Tom is not much different. Tom, you know I love you, and so does Jules, but don't you think you could offer a little more support to your pregnant bride than, hey, I can't wait till the little man makes it out of the dugout. I wonder if it'd be a righty or southpaw. Am I wrong? Mom? Jules?
No, Nina, you're not wrong. You're absolutely right. But I can't blame your father entirely. What? I have to admit that working around the house or outside the house, actually working anywhere at all just makes me feel better about myself and more worthwhile. I don't do it for your father or for you or for Jules, and certainly not for Tom. I do it for me. So it doesn't really matter who helps out or who appreciates me. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because it's what I do and who I am. I don't need any other reason.
Okay, Mom, I understand, but wouldn't it be nice if Dad offered to help out every once in a while? You know, took interest in your life and at the very least said, "Hey Nora, I really appreciate what you do around here."
Well, sure, that would be nice. But I'm not sure a heart attack or a seizure is what you're looking for from me.
Oh, Mom, that's not funny.
Thanks, Nora. I really appreciate what you do around here.
What?
What?
I said thanks, Nora. I really appreciate what you do around here.
Well, that's what I thought you said. But my heart's still beating. I don't feel faint. And my head's not spinning.
And that means?
And that means, thank you, Ernie. Or I guess, you're welcome, Ernie.
Well, praise the Lord and pass the horseradish.
That's my line.
I still don't see any horseradish.
So, Thomas, how do you feel about all this domestic cooperation and appreciation? Think you might actually find time to help manage the crib? Especially since I'm carrying the booty that be crapping out in the cribs within the crib?
Huh? Is that more of that Shakespeare mumbo jumbo?
Oops, I forgot. You don't exactly process complete sentences. But I am impressed you referenced the bard.
Who's he?
Forget it, Tom. It's Chinatown.
What? Shakespeare was Chinese?
Sure, why not? Just tell me you'll help manage the cribs.
Sure, will do. Did you say cribs with a Z?
That I did, Tommy boy. Cribs with a Z.
Does that mean what I think it means?
You know, Tom, I could never get inside your head, nor would I ever want to. But that's what I said. Make of it as you will.
Oh my God. Does that mean I have a quarterback and a wide receiver in the same shopping cart?
Not exactly. More like a mixed bag.
You mean one of them is black?
You wish, Tommy boy. Well, more like mixed doubles. You know, like it's as in tennis.
Like Jimmy Connors and Arthur Ashe.
More like Roger and Serena.
Are you telling me we're having twins?
You know, I'm not telling you anything. I'm just saying be prepared for anything.
What? Oh my God. Where's the horseradish?
In a land called Honolulu, a little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Pop, and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, Pop, the magic dragon, lived by the sea.
Hey Jules, where's Kate's catcher's mitt?
Where it always is, Tom, deep in the bowels of her ladies' locker room. Right next to her basketball, her football, her hockey sticks, and her golf clubs. Alongside her Tom Brady playroom.
Hey, that's not just Kate's Tom Brady playroom. After all, Henry was born on the 12th too. Henry owns a piece of it also.
Thanks, Tom. I must have forgotten my second child's birthday.
Jeez, Jules. Do you have to keep reminding me that Kate took the field first and Henry had to come off the bench to get into the game?
Off the bench, smooth, Tommy boy. Yeah, so sorry Sorry about that. Seems like Kate was just a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, and a tad more athletic than her little brother. Who knows? Perhaps she just wanted it more. You know, maybe you should buy that jockstrap for Kate rather than for Henry. With modifications, of course.
I didn't know they made jock straps for girls. If you ask me, this Me Too movement has gone a little too far.
Tom, are you really that dense? Or is this sexist and clueless outburst one of your more recent attempts at good old boy humor?
Gotcha! I know they don't make jock straps for baby girls. You can't buy those till they're old enough to play sports in school. Come on, I was only kidding.
Alas, poor Tom, I knew him, a fellow of infinite jest.
Hey Jules, I don't think it's too early to keep an eye out for early infant nutritionists and trainers.
Okay, I will get right on that.
Thanks, Jules. I really appreciate what you do around here.
Excuse me?
I said, thanks, Jules. I really appreciate what you do around here.
Well, praise the Lord and pass the horseradish. Like father, like son-in-law.
Didn't you say that to Nora and Ernie a few months ago?
That I did, Tom. That I did.
But I'm still confused. What the heck does horseradish have to do with baby boys, baby girls, and baby jockstraps?
You know, Tom, you're a bright dude. You'll figure it out eventually. Whew. In the meantime, I think the twins are sending you a pungent message about a diaper change.
Is it my turn again?
Yes, my love, it is, and get used to it. It'll be your turn for years to come, ×2.
But what if we're out of pins?
Then you're out of luck, pinhead. You tried that excuse at your first at-bat. You struck out then, you're gonna strike out again. You know, maybe Shakespeare did have you in mind when he
So
wrote-
now you think I'm like Hamlet.
More like a comedy of errors.
I didn't know they played baseball back in Shakespeare's day.
Horseradish, Tom, please!
So Nora, when are Henry and Kate coming over?
Oh, relax, Ernie. The twins are coming over when Jules and Tom told you they're coming over. In about an hour.
An hour? But I just set up the AstroTurf playing field at a mini putt golf course. Believe me, it wasn't easy. So what am I supposed to do between now and their touchdown? No pun intended.
Ernie, I don't think you'd recognize a pun if you stumbled over one at the bar, much less intend one. But since you asked, why don't you clean up your man cave, otherwise known as our former garage, so Jules and Tom can actually park the car there.
Okay, Nora. You're right. Will do. Shouldn't take too long. Just gotta move the large screen TV, the mini putt golf course, and the beer cake out of the way and safe from any vehicular assaults.
Oh, Ernie. Priorities, priorities, priorities. You always look out for the other guy.
Don't I get any credit for cleaning up?
Well, sure, even though you're cleaning up your own mess. But yes, I do appreciate you taking the initiative, almost, for taking care of domestic duties.
Well, if you want to know the truth, you really don't leave me too much to do around the house. The last time I recall you gave me a domestic chore was when you told me to put the toilet seat down.
Well, I know, I do tend to do everything around here, but that's just the way I'm wired. You know that. Everybody knows that. But it's just nice when you pitch in. Don't get excited, not golf, without me having to ask or tell.
I know. But you always ask fast.
Oh, come, Ernie. As usual, you answer with an idle tongue.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, idle body, idle tongue. Something like that.
Oh, Ernie, I know you're really trying these days. But alas, this is the very coinage of your brain. Come hither, my dear Ernest. Sit by me while we wait for the babies.
I'm here, sweet Dora. At your service. Can I have a beer while we're waiting?
Oh, sure. And grab one for me too. And shut the refrigerator door.
That's what you need. Baby, you got it. Oh, I'm acting.
So, Nina, what's it like being a godmother?
It's great. I didn't exactly expect the twofer, though. Well, nobody did for that matter, especially Tom.
How's he holding up?
Pretty good considering the circumstances.
Exactly what circumstances are you talking about?
Well, he has 2 healthy babies. One of them is a boy, but then again, one of them isn't.
Is that a problem?
No, it's just not what he expected.
Gee, and all along I thought it was Jules who was expecting, not Tom. Silly me. By the way, when did Jules know she was having twins? And when did she tell everyone?
I can't exactly tell you what Jules knew or when, but I can tell you that Tom didn't know for sure that a doubleheader was on tap, which is how he put it, when the nurses, in his words, took the field for the nightcap.
Huh?
Exactly, that's just Tom. He's a good guy, but let's just say he didn't exactly invent the light bulb.
So is he happy the way things, excuse me, came out?
Actually, I think he is, and he's doing more than dealing with it. He loves his little boy and is absolutely smitten by his little girl. And he's even proud of Jules. And get this, he even changes the twins' diapers at night. Not well, mind you, but let's just be thankful we don't use pins anymore. And he's already bought them footballs, baseball gloves, and golf clubs for all of them.
Great, but what about your beautiful sister? How's she dealing with BOGO?
Bogo?
Yeah, BOGO. Buy one, get one free.
David, don't act stupid just because you're a guy.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. How's Jules doing with her 2 beautiful babies?
Well, it's hard, for sure, but as long as Tom pitches in, buys in, and stays in, I'm sure she'll be a wonderful mother.
And your parents? The new grandparents?
That's a dicier situation.
How so?
Well, Nora is over the moon about the twins, but the term helicopter grandma does not do her justice. She's more like the Luftwaffe. When the babies cry, she's there. When the babies poop, she's there. When the babies spit up, she's there. And when they're not crying, pooping, or spitting up, she's there asking why they're not crying, pooping, or spitting up. Jules just needs space. A lot more space, but she knows that Nora loves those 2 love bugs more than anything, so she suffers the suffocating.
And your dad?
Ernie, he loves the twins, but Nora and Jules keep him at a distance for fear he'll switch out their formula for a brewski and sit them down on the couch to watch the ball game.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, woe is me!
Actually, it's what was I?
You're woeing?
No, David, it's grammar.
Grandma, you just said Nora's over the moon about the twins.
Sorry, David, grammar. I still forget you're a guy sometimes.
Thanks, I think. So I guess at the end of the day, or at the end of 9 months, all's well that ends well.
No, David, much ado about nothing. I told you that's my play.
Well, then that's what all this is about?
More like a little more than kin and less than kind.
Huh?
Just forget it. In the end, it's family. It's all about family. I just hope I get a good part.